So if you see me with this glass of water, you know what happened to me. Like if you've watched my previous videos, you should know what really happened to my voice in the previous days that passed. And Maina, I can tell you for free, it wasn't a good experience. I really had it. I was like going crazy. Yeah, so if you want to know really what happened to my voice, just go to my previous video. I'm going to link it in the description and just watch it. You will understand what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to like retrieve it back, and yeah, I'm trying to have water here because most of the time like my throat is drier. So yeah. And for those who have asked about my lipstick, this lipstick is called Velvety Kiss Matte Liquid Lipstick. It's a Kiss Beauty brand, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I bought it for like 150. It's 90. I think it's 90. I think it's, what do we call? I don't know. But here it's labeled 90. I think it's 90. It's either 90 or 0. I think it's 90. Yeah, I think it's 90. It's a good lipstick. I got it like last week, and I decided I must have it because it's brown, and if you know me, I really love those dark colors: brown, dark maroon, dark purple, those colors. And this one, I knew I won't find it again. So when I went there, I went with the mentality that I'm going for an earring. But again, I found this lipstick, and I told the guy, Ben Maze, no, let me just take this one because I know the next time I'm coming back here, it won't be there. Forget about the earring. I can find it. I know I'll always find it because most of the people don't like the big earring. So yeah, so that's about the lipstick. But today, let's get right into the video because today we are going to do a story time video, and this one it's going to be interesting. So hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Thank you for viewing my channel. I appreciate you being here. And yes, in this channel, we talk about natural hair, we talk about lifestyle, we talk about life experiences, a little bit of that, of this and that, like lifestyle, like, why am I even confusing myself? Yeah, like fashion, a little bit of fashion, story times, tea, all that. Yeah, it's a safe space for you, honey. Trust me. So about today, guys, about this one, I remember the way you tea like the previous videos. Let me talk about how I got this phone. So today I have like two stories about character development with phones, losing phones. I've lost like two phones previously before I got this one. Yeah, before my mother bought it for me. So the first one, the previous one, the first one before the last one, it was Huawei Y6. I loved that phone with all my heart. It was light. It was like everything that I ever wanted in a phone. Like I'm that person, like I love the girly phone, you know, it's light, it's not big. It's like the vibe you get. So yeah, this phone I had had it for like 2 years or 3 years maximum, I guess. Like it was now time to let it go. But you know, if you come from an African home, you just have to stay with that phone until it shuts down completely. Then they find another alternative for you. But if it's still breathing or it's still on, oh, honey, you'll use the phone. So apparently I had that phone. Then I think we went home for strike, if I'm not wrong. And then it was this fateful day. I think it was on Saturday. No, it was on Friday evening. And I had this tendency, if you know me, I usually sleep really, really late. So that day, I was like, when I'm at home, I always stay with a duvet or a cover, like, a cover up. So that whenever I fall asleep at the couch, I can just cover myself if I can't carry myself to the room and then sleep there till the next day because it's like the L setup couch. Yeah. So this fateful day, I watched a lot of movies. Then I was like, yeah, I'm just tired. Let me just sleep here. But the next day, me and my homie, we had like a seminar. It was like I think it was like an FGM seminar or a youth seminar. I can't really remember, but it was some seminar we were supposed to go, get paid some good money, eat, and yeah, something like that, if you know. So I decided to put alarm. Then I placed the phone like just next to me, and I was like, let me go to sleep. Then I think in the middle of the night, I wasn't that sound asleep, but I was kind of asleep. So I saw someone like passing across the corridor, and I was like, who is that? But I was like, again, maybe it's like the power, electricity. If you know Kenya Power, they can do it for you. So I told myself, maybe it's my mom. She's passing, maybe going to the washroom and all that. I didn't like, say, look, you don't think. Yeah, you don't think properly. So went ahead and went back to sleep. Kumbe my guy, your guy, wacha tu. So the next morning, I'm waking up and I'm like, why have I woken up late? Okay, why did my phone not ring? What is happening? And then I'm like, let me just find it. Actually, that phone was already deadbeat. I was like, what if it's like maybe it's dead because it usually goes off. It was like ilikuwa imeisha kabisa, it was like almost dying, like hivyo ilikuwa imeenda. So I was like, maybe it died or something, let me just look for it. So I just looked for it for like a couple of minutes, and I was like, why can't I just not find this phone? And I was like, maybe imeanguka, let me go do some things like cleaning and all that nisichelewe. Then I do what? Then I go back, like then I come back and look for it before I go. Msichana nimemaliza, and I'm like, let me go outside. I was like going outside to fetch water, all that, the morning chores and all that. So mimi huyo, I've gone outside, and then I'm at the like I passed through the kitchen door, and I'm like, why is this door open? Like, can you, like, have you ever gone to open the door, like, and you find the handle, it's like open already, and I'm like, okay, what happened? Why is it open? But I didn't even overthink. And again, but I asked myself, I think yesterday my mother like closed the door, and again I usually like mimi wanna switch off, and I'm like, no, I can be thinking that it was closed, but it wasn't. So I went ahead and did what? Close again the door. So I know I closed the door, my mom closed the door. Then I'm like, I went to my mom's room. I had woken up like the first person to wake up in the house. So I went to her and told her, hey mom, nikuulize, say, I think yesterday you closed the door, or did you even wake up like in the middle of the night? And she was like, no, I slept. Actually, I haven't woken up like in the middle of the night. And I was like, okay, what are you telling me? Like, tunaanza kwa zile za like, okay, what are you telling me? Because I saw someone passing through like the corridor, and I thought it was you going to the loo, but he or she, I think it was a he, because he was kind of tall, the way I remember it, if I'm not wrong. Then he was holding like the torch here, so it's like anakumulika macho, so you can't see the person, like literally you can't see the person because the light is distracting you in a way. So mimi ndo hiyo, mom was like, kwani what is happening? So I'm telling her, by the way mom, I can't find my phone. And she was like, how come? But you slept with it, ama? Nikamwambia, hey, I even slept like here at the couch. And she was like, twende tutafute. So we moved the couch, removed the cushions, all that. We can't find the phone. It's becoming now real. It's now becoming scary, you can imagine. So my mother went outside, and she was like, and the previous like several days ago, like our dog, one of our dogs, we have two dogs, one of them got injured, and it was like just sleeping in the, like, there was a room outside my brother's room, and it was just sleeping there. The room is not finished, so it sometimes enters inside and sleeps there. So it was sleeping there, it was helpless. Then this other dog, it's that one dog that decides, I am going to go for 2 days, don't look for me, I'm going to come back on my own. So yeah, it wasn't in the compound. So mamangu akaniambia, we, na by that dogi unajua hii dogi moja ijakuwa poa, and the other one hasn't returned for a very long time now. Ikaanza kuwa serious. Sasa stress imeanza kupanda. Then my mom was like, nilikuwa na kibeti, but I've been looking for my purse, I can't find it. And I'm like, kwani uliweka wapi? And she was like, I did put it here at the table kwa room yake. And she was like, I can't find my, like, yeah, she can find the purse, but she can't find the money inside. She had like some change of 1,000 shillings. She bought like breakfast and all that. And that previous day, she had that merry-go-round, iso women groups that they like collect money and give it to one person. That, if you understand what I mean. So it was a turn. So she had been given the money, and she was like, because tomorrow morning I'm going to get out like out of the house early. So there is no point of me carrying the money to the house. Let me leave it at the car, carry like this pass, and then tomorrow it will be easier for me. Kumbe ni God. Like it was just God talking to her, because if she had come with the money to the house, sijui hiyo time angekuwa anaongelelea nini, because the money could have been gone like that, just like that. So this other money had been taken, my phone had gone also. So my mom is like, let me go to the gate. Going to the gate is closed, yes, but from outside there are like residues, like there is like remainings of like corn flour and some bones, like some meat. It's like someone was trapping the dogs or something, I don't know. Then we had a neighbor who was like having he was constructing his house, so he was like bringing the building materials in our place, our compound. So apparently the ladder was in our compound, but my mom went and the ladder was not inside the wall, it was outside the wall. It's like this guy decided to get in with the ladder and get out, like they use the ladder like to pass through the wall or to go through the wall. Hey, mamangu akasema kwisha, it has happened. Wametuibia. And I was like, what the hell, man? Hata shags watu uibiwa, like what is this? Then my mom akasema we hawa wangenipeleka mbio. She's like, hey, my money. I'm like, but at the back of my, she's like, hey, wamekuibia simu. But at the back of my mind, if you know, nilikuwa tu zile za like, if this thief has been sent, it is God, because my phone was like dying and I knew like until it was dead is when I could have been bought another phone. But now ajui kwamba amenipunguzia mzigo. I was so happy. Nilikuwa zile za a new phone loading, right? So ndo hiyo. So after a couple of days we were told that it's not even us alone. We had even our neighbors, they had been robbed also. Most of electronics, money. We had a neighbor who had like a traditional wedding, all that. They had guests around. It was phones, laptops, these small gadgets that can be carried, easily. And money. Yeah, so that's apparently what happened to my phone. And yeah, my mother, wherever she is, if she hears this video, she should forgive me kwa sababu I am just happy it happened, because I knew I was going to be bought another phone. That's one phone. Wacha nikunywe maji. The next one is crazier. So guys, after that phone went missing, like stolen, my mother decided to buy me another phone. We have a neighbor who was working at the Safaricom house at that time, and he was like telling my mother, if you know, there is a new cam in town and it's a new one, the camera is legit, because she's a lady, she will like this one. And she was like, okay, I need that one. So my mother bought me Camon 16. It was a very beautiful phone. I loved that phone. It was like 21,000. Yeah, it was like 21,000. Yeah, it was 21,000 and some hundreds. Got the phone, came back to school. Went back to school, and after some time, I think we had strike, or I don't remember what happened. But then we went back home for like 2 months. Like we stayed here for like 2 months, went back home. When we went back home, it was like at the end of KCSE, and my homie, her sister had finished her exams. And if you know, when you're doing exams, usually the parents always like try to do it, go the extra mile, like they give you a lot of money so that hauna reason ya kufail, you don't have a reason to fail, so that usikuje ukasema like because of money and all that I did not like perform very well. So she was like having the money, as we are very broke. Yeah, we are still broke, but that was worse. So she was like, hey, you guys, please take me to the market, I find something for myself before I eat this money. But for us, because we were broke, we were like, no, we don't want to go there. Why should we go there? And yet we don't have money. And she was like, why you guys? I always take you people when you want to, but when it's my turn, you don't want. Then I told my friend, like, Maze, let's just take her so that she doesn't like take it the wrong way. You get makosa. Call it makosa. I've been like with my mother for like the last like the last 10 minutes. She dropped me off at my friend's place. You see, now it rained like for almost 10 minutes. After the rain was over, it was around 4 in the evening. Yeah, 4 jioni, sakumi jioni. And then we decided, let's just take her before it's too late. So we went to the market. Then I remember I had my assignment. My uncle was trying to help me with the assignment, and he was like, because I'm helping you and it's like the 11th hour, you must, yeah. So I told him like, wherever, yani ukituma tu kwa email hivi, just call me and tell me, then I send you the money. So I was having my phone, holding my phone on my hand, and my friend was like, Jamila, because you're going to the market and leo hauna bag, let me carry your phone for you. And I was like, Zay, let me just, is about to call, I think I should just do this. Nifanye nini? Like nikubebe simu, then like, I'm sorry, I just got distracted. So I told him, wacha nibebe hii simu, so that when he calls, he finds me, I send him the money, he sends me the assignment, we get done with the deal. So we are at the market. If you know me from a personal level, you know I love dresses, and most of my dresses, I get them at home. I have this one plug. So that's the first place we went to. Immediately went to the market. That was the first place we entered. We hadn't even stayed for 5 minutes. So we are there. I'm waiting for this call. I'm having my phone on my hand. Then I saw a cloth. It was a navy blue cloth, and I was like, that cloth looks good. Let me see how it looks. Like the texture and the color looks good. Let me see. So I told myself, let me take my phone, put it on my pocket, back pocket. I pick this cloth, then I take it back on my hand. It was the devil, guys. It was the devil at its time. Hey, timing yake wachana nayo. So I picked the cloth, came back, stood up, kujipapasa. Ui! That's if you, hey, kama ushaikula character development ya simu, like, if ever ushaibiwa simu, this was the time. Like, I was like, let me show you this thing. I touched my pocket and I was like, why am I not feeling my phone? Okay, why am I not feeling my phone? Like, at that time, unakwanga umechanganyikiwa, you get so confused to the extent, like, you will check all your pockets. You will check all your pockets, and yet unajua kwamba, I just did put it here. Nikasimama. I was like in a shock for like 10 to 15 seconds. Then my friends was like, Jamila, kwani what's up? And I'm like, girl, imagine nimeibiwa simu. And she was like, what? Kuwa serious, wacha jokes. And I'm like, yes, nimeibiwa simu. Like, literally nimeibiwa simu. She was like, what? Si nilikwambia nikuchukie? And I was like, no, I've been waiting for a call here. I couldn't give you the phone, and I've never like done this before. I was like, God, what is happening? So I'm like looking back. Soon as like people are there, so I'm like looking back. Who, like, what if the thief still have the phone like on the hand? Yeah, inakwanga like you just look behind you and everyone looks innocent, and you're like, hakuna venye I'll start asking, ni wewe. So I asked this one lady that works there, did you see someone picking my phone? And she was like, no. Did you see? No. Everybody is like, no. Nilikaa hivi, I just stayed, and just like that I started crying. Like, the tears were just coming out. Like, I couldn't control myself. I even forgot I was where people were. A lot of people. I was just crying. Then we told the guy who owns the place, like, Nyamo, check it, please do this, reduce the volume. If you're at the market, you know this one, or they always put music. Reduce the volume so that I can call this phone and know where it's ringing from. My friend, I called the phone almost 30 minutes. Nobody's speaking, but the phone is ringing, and I'm not hearing where it's ringing from. Remember, I'm at the market. At the market, it's like, it's always loud. People are talking, there is music, there is all that. People advertising their goods, you know. I started crying. And now comes the hardest part. Talking to my mom, who just bought this phone 2 months ago. It's a new phone. Hey, she's an African mom. Remember, that's the bottom line. Nimeibiwaje simu? Like, Jamila, wewe venye ni mkubwa hivi umeibiwaje simu? That was the bottom line. Guys, I took the phone, called my mom, and I was like, hey mom, imagine nimeibiwa simu. And she was like, what? Like, you what? And nilisikia, I was so terrified. I was like, this woman is going to kill me. It's nothing that I'm going to do. She's going to kill me. Like, I'm dead already. She told me, what are you doing? And I was like, nilikuwa nimeweka simu kwa mfuko, and now I wanted Dennis to call me so that I send the money. He sends me the assignment. And she was like, which pocket? And I was like, mfuko ya mbele, but at the back of my mind I know it's the back whatever pocket. Then she's like, young lady, see, ungebeba simu. I always tell you, you should always carry a purse or a sling bag. Put your phone like where you see it. And I was like, Mom, I don't know how it happened. And she was like, give Nyamo the phone. And she told Nyamo, msichana wangu amepoteza simu aje, like how has my daughter lost her phone? And he was like, ananiambia alikuwa ameweka simu kwa mfuko ya nyuma. And she was like, mfuko ya nyuma? Like she has just lied to me like ni mfuko ya mbele. And she was like, give her back the phone. She was like, young lady, I'm here in town, come to this place, come right now. Then this man, Nyamo, tells her, just go to the police station, that department works really well, just go register the details. If you still have the box and all that, just do it, they're going to find the phone for you. Worst part, guys, for me, I don't usually put password. It's only when I'm like with my sisters, like the kids and game and all that, like kuchokora simu, that's the only time that naweza weka password. But this time sikuwa na password, so you can imagine it was so easy for the thief to just swipe and do erase everything. If it's selling, it was easier as that. You can imagine the thief also wachana nayo. I can't even imagine, like I can't even see myself in the next scenario kama hiyo. Nilitii, like I literally, it was hard for me. My mother carried us, me with my friend. We left the other one who had brought us to the market. We went like, yeye ndo alifanya tukakuja kwa nini, tulimwacha huko. Then we went back to the police station, gave the details, went back home, gave my ID, all that. Hizo matakataka zote, I did that. Went back, waited for the for the thief to be found. My mama anaambiwa zile like, wait, tumeona sijui yako location sijui gani, all that. And yes, that's how I lost my previous phone. It was Camon 16, if I'm not wrong. It was so hard for me. I can't remember. Like, I was so depressed. You could find me in the house where I was just lying on the couch and I'm just sleeping there. I don't have anything to say to people. I was so depressed. I told myself, I know my mother is not going to buy me another phone. This is my fault. I deserve it and all that. And I was like, if she wants to buy me a phone, it's fine. If she doesn't want to, I also understand. But that's basically what happened. But later on, wamama ni wale bado wanakuanga na huruma. She bought me another phone, Camon 17, the one that I'm currently using. But once bitten, twice shy. Character development is more. Usicheze nayo. So yeah, that's it for today's story time, guys. Just comment down below if you've ever had an experience like mine or close to mine, or if you've ever lose your phone. Yes, I would love to hear that. And yes, if you have questions for me, you want to know personal things about me, you can just also comment down below, and maybe, you never know, the next story time can be yours. So thank you for passing by. Thank you for viewing my channel. Thank you for subscribing, for the subscribers. I'll see you in my next one. Please share, like, subscribe, and comment. Bye.